What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chronicles of Chef. I'm Scott Hamilton, and today we're going to do another freezer dive. This time around, it's my mom's garage freezer. Let's see what's really going on in here. All right, let's give this place a little check. It's not a terrible, that scares me. Also, all that frostbite scares me. This also, just straight, oh no. Scott, can you make something yummy out of this? Probably not. Oh my, really? Just straight leftovers thrown in and frozen? Am I gonna try? No. We're just gonna throw that away. Okay, now back to what we're trying to really figure out here. There's gotta be something good. This just scares me. Ooh, I've been craving kind of like a stroganoff situation, so maybe that is some gnarly burn. 23. I bet we can make this work. We really need to trim this up a little bit, but we can do something fun with this. All right, so our eye of round is thawed. It's a hefty dude, so I think we're gonna get a twofer for this freezer diving. Then we're gonna get 2 videos out of this, which I'm super excited for. But we got this other plethora of ingredients. I was talking about how I wanted to do kind of like a stroganoff. I was craving it, but I didn't want like your just typical rich, overly rich and creamy and saucy and thick and heavy feeling stroganoff. I wanted something a little lighter, a little more veggie heavy, things like that. And so we decided to do something crazy here. I'm going to try to make a stir fry beef stroganoff. We're going to use kind of more of those Asian stir frying techniques and a couple of shortcuts on the sauce and make a little bit thicker coating of a sauce and less saucy of a stroganoff sauce. And let's see how it gets going. I'm super stoked for this. First things first, we are going to get our sauce kind of going because, like I was saying, we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to do a little saucepan. There's all sorts of things. I was looking to see what was the best wine, and there's just not a good answer. Sherry's a great option. Dry whites are really good. Syrahs are really good. The Syrahs are really good to drink while you eat the wine. All the wine options and everything and how to cook the sauce was a little overwhelming. So I decided to go with a Utah product, which I'm super stoked for. This is from the Vineyard or the Vineyard. And it's down in Leeds, Utah. It's a Sauvignon Blanc. So nice, dry, crisp. Should be really good. Hearty, but still should be nice and light. Normally you'd want to go more red wines with your beef braising and all that kind of stuff, but I'm looking to do I want a nice light white sauce and nice and flavorful and everything, but ooh, smells yummy. But we're gonna cheat the system. I didn't want to make a Demi Glaze, which is you would take your stock, reduce it by half, add more, So instead we're going to do 1.5 cups of this wine, which is about 12 ounces going in over here. We're going to turn this on, and we're just going to have it be at a nice little simmer. Because we're not looking to do anything crazy. We just kind of want to let it hang out. We'll give that a try later. There's that. Okay, and then the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to add better than bouillon straight to it. So this is going to kind of act as that, and I'm going to double the ratio. So normally I believe it calls for 1 teaspoon for every 8 ounces, and we're going to do a tablespoon for all of that wine, and that's just going to reduce down and thicken up. And this is going to give us that as if we had braised. Hopefully, this is going to give us that feeling, that vibe that we braised beef in this wine with a good beef stock and all that kind of stuff. We're going to fortify it with garlic and peppercorns to get more of that flavor kind of in there, and it's going to be good. So now that we got this kind of going, we'll get cutting all of our other veggies. Let's get going. All right, first things first, I'm going to do a nice chop on our garlic here. And I don't want minced, I want little kind of garlic chips. All right, there's our garlic. Next, we're gonna do some parsley. And we're just gonna kind of chop the top. Parsley, I'm mainly looking for this parsley as a nice fresh garnish. I'm gonna just kind of fold it in half, run my knife through it. I want it kind of bigger and chunky. I want give this guy a stir every once in a while. Got some chives here. Again, this is just gonna be really great for a garnish, adding that onion flavor as well as a nice brightness to the dish. Onions, we do want a good onion. So we're gonna, oh man, that is starting to smell delightful. These are bigger things, easier to pull out. We're gonna throw those in there, let them kind of do their thing. But with our onions, again, we're just gonna kind of run our knife through. We're not gonna put this over noodles or rice or potatoes. We're actually gonna do some spiralized zucchini and squash. I just feel like I wanted something, again, I was looking for something a little lighter, not necessarily looking to go no carbs or anything like that, but kind of more veggie forward, which I'm excited about. But there's our nice, delicious onions. And now we got some more local ingredients. We got a local king trumpet mushrooms from Intermountain Mushrooms. And Intermountain Gourmet. And if I could get into the box, that would be helpful. There we go. Look at these beauties. Oh yeah. Now we're going to kind of match our steaks, or the steak, the beef that we're going to put into this. We're going to kind of match the cut of it. But as you can see, it's very veggie forward. Flavor's still going to be delicious. I'm so excited. And for it to come together pretty quickly. It's nice. Once we have everything chopped up, it's really just a quick kind of saute. There's our mushrooms. Let's get going on our beef. We're gonna need to trim some of this stuff off, get rid of some of it. It is a 3.18 pounds, so it is a hefty dude. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna kind of say maybe about there. It's probably about half when you consider the tapering. But this, I think we should make into like a breakfast burrito. Okay, this guy, so as you can see, we got some discoloration. There's also some silver skin here. So we're just gonna run our knife through this and just get rid of this stuff right here. There we go. This fat cap, if we were roasting it whole, I would say to keep it. But since we are not, I am gonna suggest that we cut the fat cap off, throw it in this pan up here. Actually, we're gonna do some fat in there, and we're also gonna throw some in there. Why not? We're gonna let this start to reduce. Now, with this guy, we're just gonna cut this into nice strips. I don't want them insanely thin, but we do want them on the thinner side. Now we're just gonna cut this into nice strips. Grab our bowl, we'll throw that in here. There we go. Okay. The meat's in the bowl. We're ready to go. We're gonna add a little baking soda just to kind of help tenderize this meat. It's a very lean meat, so we're gonna need kind of all the help we can get in that regard. There we go. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna season it. We're gonna use my King's Peak seasoning from High Desert Kitchen. Little smoky flavors in there. I just cooked a steak with it, and I was just like, I need this more in my life. But there's nice herby notes in there. It won't be overpowering to the stroganoff sauce. It'll still feel like very stroganoff-y, but this will help kind of make it a little bit more beefy, a little bit more, there's a little bit of like mustard in there. So it's a good binding agent. And like I said, we're not doing a whole lot. But I'm gonna hit it with some salt. And of course some fresh cracked pepper. Get this a nice stir. There we go. Now, we're gonna add a little cornstarch. Now we're looking for a light coating of cornstarch. We're not looking for anything crazy. Gives us some nice extra texture. That's all we're really looking for. There we go. And we're not gonna do any other wet ingredients or anything like that. Think of this like when you do like a pork chop, you dust it in some flour and then you pan fry it. Just gives it a little bit extra of a crust. That's all we're really looking for here. It's just to kind of help give it a little extra crust kind of a situation. There we go. No oil, anything like that. We're gonna do all of that in the pan. All right. Woo-hoo-hoo. Smells good. Our mushrooms, we are gonna hit them with a little bit of Bonneville seasoning, a little more herby, a little allspice, a little warmth. Okay, well, looking at this, this is absolutely doing what I thought and I hoped it would. The wine flavor is still really strong in there. You can definitely tell that there's that Chardonnay being cooked down, but it is intense on the beef, and I love, love, love that.
Now with the pan that we've been rendering out our beef fat in, we are going to add our peppercorns. We're going to get them nice and toasted, try to loosen them up, let them pop a little bit. We really want those oils to start releasing into our demi glaze. And then we're going to fill this pan up with lots of oil. We're going to do a little shallow fry, but a soft fry on our garlic.
I don't like being this close to the oil, so I'm going to stand up.
And then once those are kind of softened up, we're going to toss them into our demi glaze.
We got our nice oil. We're going to start just kind of dropping these guys in. This is one of those situations where you have to walk away. Kitchen, I would always put my hands behind my back when I was trying to sear something really nice so that I didn't mess with it. Because otherwise I'd be like, oh, is it? I mean, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Let it do its thing. There, look at that. Starting to get a nice golden brown. Again, we're not looking to cook this all the way through. That's a good one. Some good color. That is delicious. I have a tray over here that's gonna let some of that grease and oil fall off. Help keep the crispy bits crispy.
And now we're going to throw in our onions into that pan. We're just going to kind of saute these down. Lots of pepper because we want that pepper flavor throughout. Our mushrooms, we're going to try to let them be on their side and let them get a good sear. A little butter is not going to hurt anything. It's just going to make everything taste better. Let's be real. Now we're just looking for good color.
Let's take our attention over here. Let's pull these guys out. We're getting close to it being time to make our delicious sauce. Oh, that's killer. Woo! I'm not stressed about color or anything like that on our zucchini noodles. I'm looking more just to kind of let them steam a bit with our mushrooms and onions, and with a little bit of salt.
And then a sprinkle of chives, and of course a sprinkle of parsley.
We're obviously going to use our demi, which is turning out phenomenal. But we are also going to do sour cream. So we're going to start with a half cup or so of sour cream, just to kind of, see where it goes from there. We'll add in a little green onion, or chive, I mean. We're gonna do a little horseradish. Again, just to kind of add that flavor profile, and then some pepper. We're not gonna salt this because the demi's pretty salty, and we can always salt to finish later. We get some cracked pepper. Give this a good mix. Whoa, money. All right, so we got nice. Our noodles are looking pretty good here. We kind of, oh yeah. Put these guys over here.
With all this leftover excess liquid, after we pulled out our mushrooms and zucchini noodles and everything, we're going to let that reduce down. There's cornstarch bits in there. It's going to kind of thicken up, and it's going to help make our sauce a little thicker and also intensify the flavor by adding all the juices from the vegetables into our sauce.
We are going to kill the heat on this guy for right now. We're just going to kind of mix in our peppercorn demi, all the garlic. All right, we're gonna throw in our sour cream mixture. All right, we're gonna lower that heat down. We're dropping our veggie noodles and our meats. Everything going in now. Everyone gets to play together. Everyone gets to have some fun. Just gonna kind of give this a little tossy toss. A little chive, a little parsley, just for that extra pop of green and fresh. All right. Just so we can get a little tasty of this Sauvignon Blanc. It smells a lot better now. I've been able to breathe and everything. Crisp, very light. It's definitely on the drier side. I don't really know much about wine. It's a good one though. Go Utah. Excited about that. Ooh. There's a little bit of a butteriness, some slightly like kind of like appley and floral. I have no idea if that's anything correct, but I know that those flavors I tasted in here and I like that. All right, let's get going on this. First of all, let's just get in mushroom and veggies alone. Here's the deal. I'm not a big mushroom guy. There are certain ways to do them, this and that and the other. I needed to caramelize these a whole lot more for me to really enjoy them. Flavor-wise, love the flavor of a mushroom, the texture. But I will say, the way that I cut and the way that I treated these have and obviously it's a king trumpet, so that's gonna help, but it is more meaty and feels like I'm eating like a piece of meat more so than a spongy button mushroom, if you will. So that's nice. I like that. Now we're just gonna go full on. There's steak in here, there's mushroom, there's veggie, this is everything. This is delicious. I think that we're on to something with the stir fry. I think there's a couple of misses. I think that I need to be more patient. I think I need a better pan to do what I want to do. But I think this discovery of bouillon or stock base kind of a deal straight into wine and then reducing it down to make a sauce is a cheat code that I'm going to continue to use and abuse, and I'm so excited for that. The steak, the meat, beef, cooked perfectly. The baking soda absolutely tenderized it. And it definitely has that like beef with broccoli kind of texture and feel. So I think that I'm on the right track. And I think that we can do this. I think I need to make the sauce a little differently. I think the sauce was a little slightly too traditional. And I think the zucchini noodles kind of watered it down, like loosened it up a little too much. I wanted a little bit thicker of a sauce. I think it's pretty good. I can't. It's so good. This is not your traditional stroganoff, but it hits all the right things, and it feels light. Like, I feel like I can eat a ton of this, and not feel like weighed down. But man, does it hit like that comfort spot beautifully. And the peppercorns, I just got a whole peppercorn. It popped, and it just was a flavor explosion in my mouth. That was amazing. I'm all for that. Not too spicy, because we heat them up in the pan, and then we soaked them in the Demi Glaze situation, so it was soft. It didn't hurt. The pepper is just kind of lingering in my mouth. Oh man, that was phenomenal. All right, this was a success. I'm super stoked for this freezer dive and how it turned out. I'm also excited that it's a twofer, so be on the lookout for the second go at this eye around situation. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, do all those fun things. Let me know what you think down in the comments. You think you're going to use the little hack of our white wine or wine in the bouillon situation? Or do you think I should try to mix techniques and different kind of dishes more, like this kind of thing? Let me know. See you next time.